The big question around the high school basketball world was who will win the player of the year this season. There was so much talent around the league that it would be a super tight race. The top 5 favorites though were LeBron James out of St. Vincent St. Mary, who was able to outmuscle people and score at will. Kevin Durant from Newman's High School, whose length, made him one of the hardest players in the whole nation to stop on offense. LaMelo Ball from Chino Hills, who scores at an unbelievable rate. Lonzo Ball also from Chino Hills, whose playmaking abilities were at the top of the high school game. And finally, De'Aaron Fox out of Cypress Lakes High School, whose quickness allows him to score at will, and his elite playmaking abilities with his very good teammates surrounding him, he will be dangerous. And 3 of the player of the year favorites found themselves playing each other in the same game to start the year, as KD and Newman High School tried to take down Chino Hills. KD would go for 37, making a strong case for player of the year, but Chino Hills' chemistry and fast style of play was just way too much for the Newman High School greenies, as LaMelo Ball and Lonzo Ball would both finish with 20-point double-doubles.
He is red hot.
Let's break down the rules though really quick so you guys are not confused of how this video is going. Each team will play a 29-game season. The top 16 teams get seeded and play in a 1-game elimination state tournament. And throughout the whole course of the regular season, it was really just teams battling it out, trying to make the state tournament and get the best seed possible. And to end the year, there was a huge game for seeding purposes where the 6th ranked Monteverde Eagles would match up against the 9th ranked Chino Hills Huskies. So yeah, this game's over. LaMelo Ball and Chino Hills do pull off the upset on the road. He hits his first free throw, hits his second free throw, and he's gonna knock it down. So that's gonna be a game. And Lonzo takes home the player of the year, 21.3 points per game, 12.9 rebounds, 10.7 assists, so averaging a triple-double. Well deserved for sure. And the all-state first team, Lonzo Ball and LaMelo Ball both make it. So 2 players from Chino Hills making it. LeBron gets it, John Morant gets it, and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander gets it. This bracket is actually insane. We got crazy first-round matchups. This is LeBron school, the 8th seed, and that 9th seed is Kevin Durant school. So we got a LeBron versus KD, and these are single eliminations, so the seed really matters because they get the home game. This right here is Zion and John Morant school with the 5 seed, De'Aaron Fox and Jimmy Butler's Texas team with the 12 seed. We got Monteverde. I don't even know how to say it, bro. Monteverde. I'd be calling it Monteverde. Monteverde Academy versus Simeon with Derrick Rose and Anthony Davis. And then we got Chino Hills versus Oak Hill, who does have Carmelo Anthony. Next, we would go to Monteverde, where the Simeon Wolverines were up 15 going to the 3rd quarter, thanks to Anthony Davis and Derrick Rose. But Monteverde would not back down. Their elite scorers would do their job and get them back in the game, being down only 5 with 2 minutes left. Super high scoring game right now. Monteverde is down 5. They were down like 15 at halftime. Joel Embiid with the post hook. He's gonna miss. That might be the game. Monteverde might be getting bounced early. I mean, this Simeon team is absolutely stacked. They got Derrick Rose, Anthony Davis, Jalen Brunson, and then obviously Pat Bev, who averaged as 80. He's gonna throw down the dunk. That's probably gonna be the dagger. The next game tipping off will be St. Pat's, whose star player was Kyrie Irving, versus the Northside Eagles, who featured a really good starting lineup of Steph Curry, Chris Paul, Brandon Ingram, Bam Adebayo, and PJ Tucker. And while the Northside roster was better, Kyrie Irving was the difference maker in this game, having a 47-point, 13-assist game, sending home Steph and the rest of the Northside High School in only the 1st round. Which brought us over to Spartan Dayburg, where Zion, and the South Carolina High School team would be trying to bring down the Texas High School team, Cypress Lakes. But Cypress Lakes ended up being way too much, as De'Aaron Fox's 31 points and Tyrese Maxey's 26 points would be enough to get them past the Spartans. And then came what looked like to be the matchup of the 1st round, LeBron James versus Kevin Durant. And let's just say this game did not disappoint at all. Alright, and this game did go to overtime, but I actually have no clue if the overtime sudden death, where they actually play out this full 4 minutes. I really don't remember what I put it on. Let's see right here. If the game ends, it ends. Just like that, Kevin Durant's getting sent home and LeBron wins from the lob to Jackson Hayes. But yeah, that's bad luck for KD. Honestly, I knew I set the rules, but I just didn't remember if I set it to sudden death or not. And yeah, it was sudden death. Alright, and that was 4 games covered. Now we're in the 2nd round. I simmed the other 4. Jason Tatum and Brad Beal did get knocked out against River Ridge, that has Darius Garland, Shea, Brandon Miller, James Wiseman, and Thaddeus Young. That is not Trae Young. But bro, they only scored 57 points. What? No, this is bad. They just shot 8 for 30 from 3, 19 for 51 from the floor. All right, yeah, and this is what the 2nd round is looking like. I'd say the game of the 2nd round is definitely Chino Hills versus Simeon. We also do have the Georgia High School versus St. Mary St. Vincent, or St. Vincent St. Mary, whatever. And that team is kind of stacked. They got Anthony Edwards, Jaylen Brown, Brandon Boston, Scoot, Colin Sexton, Sharif Cooper, Wendell Carter, Malik Beasley, Jay Crowder, but the other team does have LeBron James, so it's going to be an interesting game. And our prediction for game of the 2nd round would be right, as Chino Hills and Simeon had an absolute battle, as these teams' fast pace of play resulted in a ton of points scored and a lot of highlight reel plays. Going into the final minutes of the game, the leading scorers were LaMelo Ball with 32 points and Derrick Rose with a crazy 47-point game.
Lead pass. Whoa! Stop it! Stop it!
Final minute of the game right now. Chino Hills is up 2 with the ball, so a bucket right here is huge, and it looks like they're gonna get one. Lonzo's gonna go get fouled. D Rose though is having an insane game. He has like 47 points right now. I want to say, I think it's 47. It might be 45, but yeah, they need a bucket quick here. I'm not gonna lie. Jalen Brunson with the ball getting clamped by Lonzo, going up, gonna miss. That's gonna be the game. LaMelo finishes with 34 points, 8 assists. Lonzo Ball had 10 assists. Yeah, Derrick Rose had 47 points. The rest of the team, I mean, they helped, but didn't help a ton. All right, and this is what the Final Four is looking like. LeBron James did end up losing to this Georgia squad. I mean, this Georgia school just has a ton of good players. LeBron only with 19. That's probably not going to get the job done against a roster like this. Kyrie Irving's team, this was an upset. This was the 15th seed that just beat them. This Hamilton High, a combination of some Wisconsin high school players. Tyler Hero leading the team with 26 points. But yeah, we're simulating around. Let's see who gets into the finals. The Grayson Bison get eliminated. So it's going to be a Texas high school, the Cypress Lake Spartans versus the Chino Hills Huskies. In the state championship, Chino Hills would show why they were the 3 seed and Cypress Lakes was the 12 seed, as Chino Hills played a super fast up-tempo game, scoring fast break bucket after fast break bucket. And they also made a ton of threes, which would be enough for them to take home the state championship trophy. And I guess you could say Montverde Academy is on a revenge tour because they just beat this school, Central Port High School, 121-20. A straight embarrassment for anyone at Central Port. If I was on that team, I would have literally not came back on the court after halftime. Would have packed the bag up, left the locker room, and never came back. During the regular season of year 2, LeBron played amazing, and he was unstoppable scoring the ball, which would lead up to this. LeBron just had an amazing season. This is a crazy stat line. Montverde might have the worst luck when it comes to draws. They had a bad draw last season, and now they're getting Compton, which if you don't remember, their starting lineup I think is Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and I forgot who their center is. Which brought us to Grayson High School versus Chino Hills, and this game was an absolute dogfight. These were two of the best teams in the nation, and it definitely showed as these teams put up a ton of points. Anthony Edwards and Sharif Cooper combined for 83 points for the Bisons, and that duo was what got the Bisons past last year's state champs, as LaMelo and Chino Hills would go home way earlier than expected. Alright, and the Compton versus Montverde game is down to the wire. 83-81 with a minute left. We're gonna hop in. Alright, a minute and 4 left, and they don't have Kawhi or Paul George on the court. That's interesting. Sometimes the sub rotations in this game just mess up. I don't even know, but I'm not gonna edit it. But Scotty Barnes does get the board, pushing it up the floor, throwing the oop to Jalen. Oh, he just missed the oop to tie the game up. Oh, they got Kawhi and PG coming in right now. I mean, there's like 40 seconds left. I don't know how much that helps. DeMar with the miss. I mean, the guys replacing them really aren't that much of a downgrade, I guess you could say. DeMar with the spin. He's going to knock it down. That's a tough shot. And yeah, Compton's going to be advancing on to the second round, most likely to play Simeon. This Compton team is dangerous. And not just because they're from Compton. They're a pretty good basketball team too. And the Compton versus Simeon game was all that you expected. Superstars battling it out, trading bucket after bucket, as the game would be close throughout, as everyone was waiting for one team to finally pull away from one another. But that actually never happened, because we would actually go into a sudden death overtime after a game-tying shot by Anthony Davis as time expired. All right, we are in overtime. Remember, it's sudden death, so first basket wins. Compton's gonna get the ball first. If they get a bucket here, the game is over. Jalen Brunson guarding Paul George. I like Compton's chances right now. Paul George to Bagley down low, going up on Anthony Davis is going to go in, and Compton's going to be advancing on to the Final Four. So that was that game. We're going to simulate the round, see who advances on to the next one. Cypress Lakes, which is the Texas high school, Georgia's high school, Grayson Bisons are going to be advancing, and Kyrie Irving making a Final Four with St. Pat's. All right, and the Bisons do kind of blow out Kyrie Irving, so Kyrie Irving is going to be getting sent home. And Cypress Lakes just jumped out to a huge start, but it looks like Compton started to come back. Kind of, not really. They're down 15. Compton gets eliminated. All right, now this one's kind of looking close to a 4-point game. If they make it a 2-point game, we will hop in. All right, 2-point game, 38 seconds left. So Cypress Lakes really needs a stop right here. Jalen Brown to the bucket. He's gonna get fouled. He knocks both down, and it looks like the Bisons are going to grab the state championship. And Alonzo taking home his second state player of the year. 24 points per game, 11.7 rebounds, 9.2 assists. And Montverde's playing Simeon in the first round. How did Simeon get a 14th seed? It's because it's a short season, so you lose a couple games, bro. You're like down there for good. So they must have had, Simeon must have had a tough schedule. And then we got Compton matching up against LeBron in the first round. So Bron might get bounced in the first round, because that's like the team obviously with Kawhi and all them. And then Chino Hills is matching up against Spartanburg. So I mean, like, that's really like these good teams are playing each other in the first round like every season, it seems like. The first game that was played of the first round was the Greenies versus the Northside Eagles, and Kevin Durant and Markelle Fultz played absolutely out of their mind. They combined for 87 points, with including 13 assists from Markelle Fultz, as they sent Steph home again, who has had a pretty disappointing high school career so far. Jason Tatum and Bradley Beal go out sad once again. They just lost to the Wisconsin high school team, and LeBron pulls off a upset. I mean, I'm gonna call this an upset because the Compton team's absolutely stacked. He beats them by almost 30 points, advancing to the second round. All right, and Mount Verde finally looks like they're gonna advance and like maybe go on a little run. They only win by 5 points. The Simeon brought it back, but all right. And I would think, I mean, Oak Hill's just been struggling, but I would think LeBron and them are going to win this game. Yeah, LeBron and them win the game. They put up 107 points. And Cypress Lakes gets eliminated, so Tatum making his first Final Four, Mount Verde making their first Final Four. I think this is LeBron's first Final Four too, so the only team that has been here so far is Chino Hills. 6-point game. Mount Verde's getting sent home again, bro. No, I wanted to see them make it. Oh my god. All right, we're in the final minute and 30 seconds right now. Oneka Wuku, whatever how you say his last name, just missed that layup to take a 3-point lead. All right, LeBron with the ball, minute 13 left. Coming off the screen, Jackson Hayes, he's gonna make the layup. They only got 14 seconds to inbound the ball. Lonzo with it, LaMelo back with it, LaMelo step back, pull up, he's gonna knock it down. LaMelo coming off the screen with Scott, going to the hole, pulling up again for a shot. I don't know what's with him and pulling up instead of taking the layup. All right, it's gonna be interesting. Do you guys think LeBron's gonna hold for the last shot, or are they gonna try and get a bucket like fast? All right, looks like they're gonna go try and score right away. LeBron to the hole, should be a free basket, gonna get the layup, 16 seconds left. All right, there's been a ton of lead changes in this past just a minute. So LaMelo with the ball, trying to get another lead change. They might be holding it for a last shot. It looks like they are. 8 seconds left, 7 seconds left. Lonzo wide open 3-pointer, and he's gonna knock it down, but there still is 4 seconds. And look, it says at the top screen, he just broke the team record in 3-point history. Whatever, LeBron pulling up from half court. Oh my god, I thought he made that. LeBron misses going down, and LeBron falls to Chino Hills, as Chino Hills is going to go on to another championship. All right, so Shimadabi, whatever how you say that, is going to be playing the Chino Hills Huskies. Not going to lie, I think Chino Hills is going to win this game. I mean, it's not looking good for him at the start, but Chino Hills is looking for their second state championship. Yeah, they're up like 15. Jason Tatum and them are not coming back. Yeah, 24-point win for the Huskies. And LaMelo Ball winning the state championship player of the game. 28-point game, 5 rebound, 10 assist game. Lonzo's just going crazy. 23 points per game, 12 boards, 10 assists, averaging a triple-double again. And the championship is going to be the Bison versus the Simeon Wolverines. I don't know what they're doing. They're dribbling out the clock like they have to waste time. Anthony Edwards in Taylor Horn-Tucker's face. He's going to miss. That's going to be the game. Simeon is going to win a ring, or a state championship, my bad.